This is that corner there is King's Straet in the old charter of Witney in Oxfordshire, and it's also called on a medieval perambulation of the forest of Wychwood, as named as Strangers Straet or something like that. I'll look it up in a sec. I shall correct that underneath if I got that wrong. But we are in Oxfordshire, and we're taking a slight deviation from the normal Dark Age landmarks, and we're looking at medieval landmarks. It's marked on the perambulation. The landmark is Bishop's Den, which means Bishop's Dean or Dry Valley. Now, the advantage of coming out to see for yourself the landmarks is that on the map it's not always clear where there is a valley or where a valley begins or whatever. So at the moment we're not quite in a dean. I'll be looking so we'll be able to satisfy ourselves and mark it on the map where Bishop's Dean begins, for those who are interested. I still wouldn't call that a dean just yet. It's still pretty flat. So I think we're entering the dean. It's getting more pronounced, slight valley. Oh, Mum's shaking her tail.
Look at him gambling.
Oh my God.
He's so cute.
So we're at the next landmark, the medieval landmark, which is Tremorne Mere, Tremorne Mere, something like that. I have no idea what Tremorne might mean. I'm wondering about the tre part, because that suggests three, and we have three boundaries meet here, three parishes. So at this hedge here, they still do today. But the Mere bit suggests there's a pond. Now there's gravel extraction. I don't know, you should be able to see it over there. Gravel extraction, that could be where the pond, the Mere is. or was. But anyway, yeah, onwards, and now we're heading towards. Just in front of us is the Roman road. This is the Ackerman way, which is a Roman road from Cirencester to Bicester, and it's called Ackerman Way, and people fight over this because it's on the way to, once it's gone to Cirencester, there's another Roman road that leads down to Bath, and another name for Bath is Ackermannestrete. And the reason for that is that Akemen, people with aches, go there for the hot springs, for the cure. So, and people dispute that, but anyway, yeah, it's a Roman road, and
I got some eggs.
you've got some aches.
Yeah. Can we go
Should we
there
take
too?
you to the hot springs?
Yes, please.
So the next, in the Perambulation, the medieval Perambulation, I think it's 1300, that's when it was done, is this is called Alkamannestrete, and that's also on the Anglo-Saxon Charter. A good 300 years before that, it was known as the Straet. And Strat means is our modern street, but it means strata. The road was made of layers of rock, so it was a made road, and 99 times out of 100 that means it's Roman. It's also Roman because it's dead straight, and it goes to Roman locations. That's another interesting thing, that the great big puzzle is you have these really major nodes on a road network that are just not of interest to the English that came after the Romans, after the Romans left. So just to the south of Bicester is Oxford, which becomes much more important, and so these roads go into disuse. Well, it's you know, this is still a lane, but Cirencester is still used, Gloucester's still used, a place like Silchester. I mean, Bicester itself is used, but it's just not. It's just the Anglo-Saxons shift the landscape, the important parts of the landscape, to the side, and leaving these roads as peculiarities rather than, you know, major networks.
How did you see a hare? You must have really good eyesight with this one. Oh, it's beautiful. I'd like to go rolling down one side of that hill.
Hmm.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. This is much more like a dean than the other place, but it's too far over to be the Bishop's Dean.